Crypto Dough. Welcome on into another episode of the Crypto Dough channel. So I wanted to give you guys this update. It is currently 8:34 a.m. Eastern time, but we know we're on the internet. So good morning, good afternoon, and or good night, depending on where you are in the world. I'm giving you guys a quick update on the market. You know, today's April's Fool, but I don't celebrate those type of things. Leave it for the kids. Um, April 2nd is a major day. April 2nd is considered a major day because that's when the tariff will get announced and we will have more, let's just say, clarity. But let me introduce myself. I'm Crypto Dough. I've been doing this for 6 years and I want to show you everything I know, share it with you guys so together we can go further than Wells Fargo. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. Also, I pinned it to the top of the chat. Hit the crypto.com link, and I have other links as well, affiliate marketing links, if you want to support the channel even more. Now, let's check out the market. Bitcoin currently right now is at $83,945. $83,945. In a day, it is up 2.12%. If you get over 86,000, right? We can have a bullish sentiment. If you get over 86,000, it looks to me, based on the volume, based on what I'm saying for the volume, we're at $27.11 billion, right? $27.11 billion. And to me, I consider that low trading volume for Bitcoin. But nonetheless, let's see what happens with the actual announcements tomorrow. Would it be a pump? Will it be a dump? Leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that it's a pump. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe that it's going to be a dump. In 7 days, as you guys can see, the market is down 3.66%. As far as Bitcoin, in a month, it's down 2.17%. Now, let's check out XRP. XRP is currently at $2.14. It is up on the day 2.95% in a day. So we got all the way up to $2.18. Now it's currently sitting at $2.14. Let me know if you hold XRP and what do you think the market sentiment will be? Is this a pump or this is a dump situation? Or you're just waiting on the announcements so we can see what clarity we will have based on these tariffs, right? Will it be retaliation tariffs? Will it be the art of the deal? And they all negotiate on a number that's lesser than what they was actually charging, like the 20%, the 25%, the 30%, depending on who they want to tariff, from the EU to the Chinese to Mexico and or to Canada. No one truly knows. We have to wait until tomorrow to actually find those things out. But right now we're doing a bit of speculation. Now I look at the market as if one of the market signals that I pay attention to, if you hold altcoins, is Ethereum, right? Ethereum is number 2 on the chopping block, and it is currently $1,866. I believe that it has to get over about $1,900, let's just say almost $2,000, in order for it to be some form of a bullish sentiment. It looked like we got up there, but we seen a rejection, and actually we're coming right on down to about $1,860 to be exact. In a day, it is up 2.8%. In 7 days, it is down. You can round it off to 10%. In a month, it would be considered down 16%. And I believe that if we keep on going down, as far as the sentiment that is going down right now, we can go all the way down to either 1,500 and or $1,000, depending on how far Bitcoin decides to go. If Bitcoin decides to go to roughly, let's just say decides to go to 67 through $73,000, then maybe that will be the thing. Princess said, I got some XRP. How you doing? Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and or good night. Princess, I believe that you're in China, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you guys for coming on in today. Smash that like button. I appreciate that. Get me through the algorithm. Bluke said, good morning. Good morning, bro. Always good to see you streaming. I appreciate it, Bluke. I do it for the people. This is what I do it for. I want you guys to stay up on the information because we all know tomorrow is a major day. Not only is it a major day for crypto, it also is a major day for stocks, yields, and bonds. So we got to see what's going on with the market because this is how you make the extra dollars. This is how you make the dough. This is how you make crypto into dough. So we talked about that. Now let's go look at, I wanted to look at TradingView for a second. How you guys feeling today? How you guys feeling today? Hopefully everyone is having a great day so far and or afternoon and or night. Let's check out the TradingView. TradingView, now I've been did this graph a while back. As you guys can see, that ribbon, the yellow ribbon, the red ribbon crossed the green ribbon. As you guys can see, and to me, that's actually that's a bearish sentiment. Now at the top of the triangle, at the top of this right here, we have something. We had at least 87. I believe that about $86,000. That's when you know that you're going to be in a bullish situation. But it can also, let me get the brush on right on in. It can also, it can hit the top of this, right? It can also get rejected and come back down and actually trade in between this and actually comes all the way down, like I was saying. And it can hit down all the way to $74,000. And it can even get lower. It can go all the way down to $68,000. If you guys can see this sentiment right here, it can go all the way down. This blue line, the support line is at $68,000. So I wanted to give you guys that sentiment. Let's see what articles. Let's read an article to see what people are saying about the actual market, right? So we did the graphing, we did the Coinbase. I'm in the coin market cap. Let's read an article to see the Bitcoin market based on the April 2nd major announcement. April 2nd. Okay, this is by CoinDesk, right? This is by CoinDesk. In fact, I'm going to copy and paste the link. You guys go check the sourcing out. I like to give credit when credit's due. Check the sourcing out in my description, and it's going to be copied and pasted and under the tab. It's going to be under the tab source, right? So go check it out to read the entire article in case we don't get to finish the article or in case you want to reread the article, right? CoinDesk is a trusted market site that I like to use. So let me stop sharing the original screen and let's get back to the let's get back into the coin market. CoinDesk. So according to CoinDesk, we're reading this right now. The article is Bitcoin nears 85K before terrorist kicks in. Doge XRP to lead crypto majors. Okay. Haven't heard about Doge in a while, except for what they're doing with the system that they're building. But as far as the crypto, I haven't heard of that in a while. So let's see what they're saying, right? A rocky quarter has ended in an 11% loss for Bitcoin and in the biggest for an S&P 500 since Q2 2022. Here's what traders say ahead of the April 2nd terrorists kicking in. This is April 1st. This is just happening. What to know? Bitcoin remains stable above 81,000. Bitcoin remains stable above 81,000 as markets anticipate the impact of upcoming U.S. tariffs and reciprocal deals from Canada and EU members. Despite a broader risk of a mode in markets, Dogecoin And Cardano saw over 2.5 gains, while Bitcoin ended the quarter with an 11% loss. Long-term Bitcoin holders and newer large investors are showing resilience, maintaining their position and providing stability to the Bitcoin's price. Of course, once you own Bitcoin, you're not getting rid of it no time soon, unless you're just trading it for the market, right? Okay. So Bitcoin was inching towards 85,000 and currently it's at 83, closer to 84 during a European trading hours on Tuesday as traders largely await the impact of the US tariffs slated for Wednesday. Dogecoin and Cardano rose about 7% to lead the muted gains among majors, with ETH, XRP, and Solana and BNB were up nearly about 5%. Overall market capitalization decreased 3%. Coin Gecko data shows with the broad-based CoinDesk 20% bump, 3% in the past 24 hours. The movements come amid a broader risk of mode gripping markets with U.S. equities stumbling. So the S&P, the stock market, is actually dropping by 3%. Dropped last week. It's worse since September 2023. Right? Some people can say it's a good buying time, a good DCA, dollar cost and average time, right? Or some people like to hold their cash on the side and wait for it to get a little bit lower, but that's kind of risky, right? I believe the market will go a bit lower though. I'm more like 60% bearish, 40% bullish, right? I'm on the bearish side right now for short term. Long term, I'm 80% bullish, 20% bearish. And a rush to safe haven assets. Gold right now, I believe the gold market for an ounce of gold, right now is well over $3,000. So follow the gold market as well. Silver is well over $33 dollars an ounce. So, and the dollar is kind of strong right now. See, people don't understand what's going on if you understand macroeconomics, right? Macroeconomics will show you that, hey, if you have a strong dollar, what these tariffs will do, it will force the Fed to come in and actually cut interest rate. We all know that it's April. April is when a QT stops, right? So QE starts. People may ask, what is QT? Quantitative tightening is QT. That's when they take money outside because, people print money every day, right? That's when they take money outside of the system. So it's, it get hard on people. QE, quantitative easing, is when they pump a whole bunch of money in the market, right? So now when it's time to borrow, go buy this, go buy that, you have less interest rate on that. So I believe that in April and after April, we will see a QE. Also, the M2 money supply. Don't forget about that. That's going to influx a lot of money inside of the system as well, right? You got to think about it. The man just became president. He didn't even turn on the machine yet. So I believe when he turned the machine and he used the feds, these harsh measures right now, but the feds aren't going to have a choice but to cut interest rates. When the feds cut the interest rates, then that's where you're going to see the altcoin market and the Bitcoin market boom. That's when you're going to see the dollar, because the interest rate is going to be cut because the dollar is not going to be strong anymore. The DEX is going to be lower. Once the DEX is lower and the dollar is less strong, right? Asset prices skyrocket. So home prices, anything in an asset class, it would then skyrocket. So I believe that's his play. It seems to me that that's the play, but there's only one way to find out. Correct? Leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you actually think. The movement comes amid a broader risk of, okay, I already read that. The looming tariffs. This is very important. The looming tariffs paired with a flurry of U.S. economic and labor reports covering the past month have cast a shadow over crypto sentiment. Augustine Fan, head of the Insights and Single Plus, pointed to a lack of fresh catalysts, such as no big ETF inflows and a market stuck in low conviction mode to close out a rocky quarter, one that ended in an 11% loss for Bitcoin and the biggest for the S&P 500 since Q2 of 2022. You guys, I'm going to let you guys read the rest of the article. Just doing a quick morning update. I want to make sure that you guys are caught up with the market. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed the rest of your day. I mean, your morning, your afternoon, and or your night. I appreciate everyone for tuning on in. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. Let me get access to more people by sharing the video, downloading the video, leaving comments on the video. I appreciate everyone. Bloop, I appreciate you. Princess, I appreciate you as well. And anyone else in the audience that I didn't mention, I appreciate you as well. You guys have a wonderful day. Crypto Dough, put on your seatbelts. It is time to take off. In 5,